Okay, so the Druski situation is bigger than whether or not you laughed at the jokes because BT is in a tough spot right now. They're trying to bring a younger audience, trying to tap into internet culture, and Druski represents all of that. But here's the problem. The BT Awards isn't just another viral stage. That room's got history in it. That room's got legends in it. That room's got people who remember when BT was the only place black artists could really be celebrated on national TV. So when you put the internet comedian in that spot, the question becomes, can he bring the new energy without making the old school audience feel like the culture is being played with? Because sometimes the culture wants funny, but still wants respect. Here we go.
On Sunday, BET would host its 2026 award show and would bring out stars from all forms of entertainment.
Yeah.
As you should know, typically the award show selects who they feel is the hottest comedic voice at the time to serve as the night's host.
And let's be fair. Druski is certainly that. He's the current king. He don't even do stand-up, but he's the current king. What do you think? If you ask anybody, particularly the youth, and we understand that the youth drives so much of the culture, who's numero uno on the funny, and it is Druski right now. Nobody can deny that.
Now, in the past, we've seen Jamie Foxx, Leslie Jones, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Kevin Hart, Monique, and others all hold down the prize gig.
I remember when Monique did it with the dancing with the girls. What was she doing? Single lady? She was knocking something Beyonce.
This year, BET will go with online comedic talent Druski to MC the night's festivities. Going into the award show, it did appear that many people looked forward to what Druski would bring as host. Now, however, there appears to be a bit of controversy if Druski was actually the best person for the job. During the filming of the award show, Druski, like many other award show hosts, would decide to roast some of the audience members while walking the theater's aisles.
Right.
In a moment captured, he would take aim at Ray J and then set his eyes on actress Keke Palmer. And that's when things looked to go left for Druski and BET, as Palmer would seemingly go off script and call them out for not having her host tonight.
This is the problem with BET.
But see, that was a joke that people took serious. You see how they roaring in the background? Come on, take it easy. She just messing with them.
I got it. This next performance is by a Grammy Award-winning artist. It has been up till it's stuck. Give it up for the one and only Cardi B.
Immediately following the moment, many people across social media would react and even agree with Palmer. One user would go on to say, "She ain't live, but she didn't have to say all that, laughing my ass off." And another would say, "No one else has this much power, confidence, humor, and sticks to the way Keke does. Seriously, Keke is a queen. Pay her."
But see, this is when it gets tricky, yo. Druski isn't just like some random dude they pulled off the street. He built his audience. He understands clips. He understands characters. He's here to make you laugh. He's trying to entertain you. He understands the internet timing. He knows how to make people stop scrolling, and that in itself is a skill. For everybody that's saying that Druski's not fire, we know that's a skill right there. But award-winning show hosting is completely different. On the internet, you can be wild for 30 seconds and disappear. Nobody's there to check up on you and see whether or not that was funny or accurate or get that immediate response you get from being in front of a crowd. On an award show, you get to have a guide the whole night. You have to know when to joke, when to pause, when to let a serious moment breathe, when to honor somebody, when to just get out the way. You know what I mean? Maybe they feel like he was a little bit too active, but all these things were planned by people like Keke Palmer, because if you know, she is now part of the board of the people putting together the BT Awards. The BT especially has a different weight to it. This isn't just a random comedy show. This is the same stage that people gave tribute performances, accepted Lifetime Achievement Awards, honored legends, celebrated black music, black television, black movies, black athletes, black culture. So when the host can't just be funny, the host has to understand the room. That's why some people looked at Druski and said, okay, he's popular, but is he ready for this room? And that's what I think is the real conversation. Because this is what happens when networks chase youth without respecting what made the platform important in the first place. They want the internet audience. They want the internet memes. They want the viral moments. They want the clips circulating the next day. But what people watching at home still want is the BET Awards to feel like the BET Awards. They don't want it to feel like TikTok on an award show. They don't want it to feel like somebody just took an Instagram skit and stretched it across the whole night. They want young energy, but they also want the cultural respect. And that balance is hard. So I'm not looking at it like Druski failed or Druski can't host. I'm looking at it like BT put him in the middle of a generational tug of war. The young crowd wants somebody current. The older crowd wants somebody seasoned. And Druski had to stand in the middle of both sides and prove he belonged there. That's a tough assignment. Because when you're hosting in front of legends, you're not just telling jokes, you're being tested by the culture.
Not everyone appeared to have appreciated Kiki's move to call out Druski and BET.
Right.
Some would go on to express that Kiki was disrespectful for calling them out. A user would go on to say, imagine if the roles were reversed. Everyone would be upset. It was rude, disrespectful, and unprofessional. Now, what could be possible and likely is that the moment was scripted, as some are even suggesting that Kiki will probably be next year's host. Following the moment and even during the night, TikTok users would share their thoughts about Palmer, Druski, and this year's award show.
I don't like how Keke Palmer did the whole Druski shit. Hopefully it was a skit, but if not, I don't think she would have did a better hosting than Druski. Nobody wants you to come yell on the mic. Nobody wants you to come yell on the mic, Keke, right? Druski
like that's
was the reason why people was tuning in.
You sort of feel like that's what you, like. I know more about her acting and baby mama drama or baby daddy. I can't think of nothing wrong with that. But then her hosting. You know what I mean? I'm sure she can do it. She's a celebrity, public speaker, all that good stuff. But nobody was put it like that. Nobody was asking for that. Somebody was wondering, damn, why ain't Druski hosted BET Awards yet? You know what I mean? Nobody's asking for Keke Palmer to do it.
BET Awards, bitch. First of all,
why she gotta be all that?
Yeah, I'm definitely not the main demographic for this show. I'm about 30 minutes into the BET Awards, and I've already asked, who the fuck is that?
I'm mad you can hear the hoo-ha in the background.
For this show. I'm about 30 minutes into the BET Awards, and I've already asked, who the fuck is that? About 6 times, and counting. Whatever, I'm still rocking with everybody black.
Druski hosting the BET Awards is BET finally accepting modern society. I've been saying for years now that Druski or Kai Cenat need to host the BET Awards.
Sure.
And it's not because they're super funny and they're the best
They right
hosts,
now.
which, maybe they are, but it's because they'll make the event relevant.
Right now.
And this is because everything nowadays on the internet is consumed via clips. We live in a clip culture world. And Druski and Kai Cenat are great at producing clips. The event isn't even over yet, and I've already seen like 10 or 12 clips from the BET Awards tonight. Over the last 3 years or so, I have not seen any clips from the BET Awards that I didn't go seek out myself personally, because the BET Awards have been dead. But most people don't actually sit there and watch these big streamers like Kai Cenat, iShowSpeed, all these people. They just see the clips. They scroll Instagram, they scroll Twitter, they see the 35, 45 second, 60-second clip, and they move on with their day.
Druski, you're mocking God at the BET Awards. I'm just so...
Here they go. You're mocking God. First of all, you're a whole AI person. You see how her mouth moving? I don't even believe this lady real.
With their day.
Druski, you're mocking God at the BET Awards. I'm just so sick of this bull. And then he says when a woman is walking down there, she is fine. Shh. And then he said to get...
What a filter. So you mean she don't look nothing like that? Wow. That's crazy.
...impregnated with the word of God? What pastor does any of this? And if a pastor does any of this, why would he mock them and reenact it? This is going too far.
On some real stuff though, this is the best BET Awards I've seen in years. Like we
Fact.
was just watching
That's
this,
how I
I'm thinking
feel.
that the whole time. This is the best BET Award show I've seen in years. This felt nostalgic. This felt like the early 2000s, like when you used to stay up on a weeknight and ask your parents if you can finish the BET Awards. With Druski hosting, all of the tributes that they did, I love D'Angelo. I'm a big Neo Soul guy. To get Lauryn Hill to even come out there and perform like that, her talking about her protecting the artist, Sylvia Rhone getting that tribute, that iconic tribute, Tiana Taylor getting an iconic tribute, but Sylvia Rhone getting that over Clive Davis getting a tribute is really what stood out to me. A black woman who actually protects.
Why would Clive Davis get it at the BET Awards?
The artist. And I used to work in
he worked with a lot of black people, but come on.
Industry for years, about 8 years straight. So I understand exactly what they mean when they say she protected the artist's integrity. For them to have Lauryn Hill out there and make her the closer, and have Lauryn Hill speak the way that she spoke, because when Lauryn Hill speaks, she speak heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I think it all came together pretty well. Like, I haven't seen a show like this in a long time. I haven't been excited for BET Awards in a long time, but this one took the cake, y'all. This one took the cake from beginning to end. T.I., all the way to Lauryn Hill, man. All of the tributes, all of the icons, all of the DC natives. You know what I'm saying? Ari Lennox up there. They had another DC artist up there. I'm just, man, that was a good show, man.
I thought so too, yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Y'all, this was probably the best BET Awards that we have had in a long time.
Okay.
Like, this was so good.
That's what's up, man. Some people are supporting it. I'm going to keep it real. Online, I was on Twitter earlier. I saw a whole lot of people going against it. I'm like, yo, I thought it was a good time. I thought it was excellent.
Performances, like Druski did a really good job. I wasn't really liking when he kept doing the little fine shit. I did not really like that too much. Like, I don't know, it got tired.
See, everybody got their thing. She didn't like the fine shit. I mean, any joke that gets run too much is kind of whack. But, you know, other people didn't like the Jesus stuff. You know, you're always going to offend some people.
But other than that, he did great. Every little skit he did, everything he brought out, he was amazing. He was funny. Everybody else that bantered and volleyed with him, amazing. The presenters did a really good job. Like, I don't think I have any negatives about the show. Like, this was a really, really good award show. I feel like there were no real major mess ups, like, you know, there usually is. Mm-hmm. The only thing was I was very confused on this.
Somebody say something wrong, get a wrong person award or something.
Because we censored certain cuss words and not others, and the ones we didn't censor are like worse than the ones we did. But overall, this was so good. And then the tributes, like, every artist that they chose for the tributes were perfect for the tributes. Like, the D'Angelo tribute was amazing. The Lauryn Hill tribute was so spectacular. And then to, like, end with her performing, like, oh, this was amazing. I truly have no notes. 10 out of 10. This was great.
Now, as far as Druski's thoughts about Kiki upstaging him, he has yet to comment on the moment between he and the actor.
Because it was part of the show.
He would retweet it on his ex.
You think, okay, as the board of directors, she's involved in the back end of the BET Awards. You think she would have did something to disrupt the show like that and publicly call him out when she would be somewhat of a boss to him in this particular situation? Come on, that's silly.
So from the looks of that, either again it was scripted or he appreciated the attention the moment brought. From the looks across social media, however, it did appear that many people enjoyed seeing the social comedic star take over for the night. Let's talk about it more in the comments below.
All right, if you like that video, you want to see some other dope videos, check out this one. We worked on it for you.